Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on my program. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining me from any part of the world, I thank you very much for your contributions on this channel. Please kindly subscribe if you have not subscribed, and also click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. In this channel, I bring information to your doorstep. I bring news from all channels, from every angle. Things that have to do about the world, things that have to do about Africa, more especially Nigeria. I bring it to your doorstep. Some information that you ignore, some information that you cannot be able to come across, I look for them, I bring it to your doorstep for you to see. Every video you see on this channel is for educational purpose.
And Chris is on the other side on our virtual platform. So let's begin with Lemmy right away. One story is dominating the papers, of course, this morning, and that's the choice of the vice presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressives Congress APC for next year's presidential election. Tinubu has settled for former governor of Borno State, Kashim Shettima, who is a Muslim from northern Nigeria. A lot of people saw it coming, but several others did not believe that the choice of a Muslim ticket will happen, at this time in our country's political history. But let's get your reaction.
Well, let's say clearly, for me, it hasn't come as a surprise, the Muslim ticket. It's been in the offing, it's been in the works for quite a while. But one thing is clear, and that is the desperation, the sky-high desperation of the current political class, especially the APC and the PDP, to wrestle power and become the next president and vice president of the country. PDP started all of this drama that has led to this point, when PDP would not abide by its own practice, its own code of conduct, its own constitution, to ensure that the next president comes from the south. That whole drama saw them introduce the phantom concept of winnability. It was no longer that, yes, if power has resided in the north for 8 years, then it should naturally shift to the south. That's an agreement across board, an arrangement and a practice by the Nigerian people before now. But because, again, of the delusory idea that if you are not from the north, you cannot win an election, made them, the PDP particularly, to introduce the concept of winnability, and therefore they found a way to push the ticket to Atiku from the north, a Muslim from the north. Yes, his work was made a lot lighter, maybe, in the choice of Governor Ifeanyi Okowa of Delta as his running mate, who is a Christian, an attempt to balance that, even having set a wrong precedent, which compelled APC to look for how to produce somebody who can match Atiku. Now, Tinubu has settled for a Muslim ticket, and I've heard narratives and read online, offline, people will say that because, of course, it was done in the Abiola Kingibe era, they say Tinubu is as loved and popular in the north as MKO Abiola was. We know that that is just talking politics, it's not talking fact at all. Abiola is second to none in that sense. And in the era 3 decades ago when that happened, we were not as divided and polarized across ethnic and religious lines as we are now. As a matter of fact, one of the major legacies President Muhammadu Buhari has bequeathed and is living in the last 7 years of his administration is the fact that he has left a legacy of a more broken Nigeria, broken across the fault lines. The fault lines of ethnicity and religion is far well pronounced. And that is why it is a disservice out of the desperation to win. And we have bought into the mantra that except the North supports you, you cannot win. And so the statement even being made by the choice of a Muslim ticket from the North as vice president goes to say to the North that you do not have a Christian who is of political value, so much so that we can get to balance a ticket. This is a country that is multifaceted. It's a country that is ethno-religious. It's a country that has beyond Christianity and Islam. And so you cannot wake up, for all intent and purposes. Yes, they have the choice to make, but let's not delude ourselves. And Nigerians must know the message that has been sent out is that the North must determine the fate of Nigeria by the choice of Shetima, who is a Muslim from the North. And it is that lack of respect for the fact that we're a plural nation with various religious lineages, and we disrespect it in the way that APC has disrespected it, is the reason Nigerians must be urged to make sure that that message does not succeed. As a matter of fact, before now, I thought that Tinubu and Peter Obi were the formidable front runners. But the moment that decision was announced, which we were expecting anyway, it became clear that Nigerians, for the interest of unity and our diversity and respect for each other, Nigerians must, in a way of protest, look elsewhere. Else, we make Nigeria a one-religion state and jeopardize the interest and the rights of others apart from Muslims, especially from the North, to aspire to office.
All right, let's get in our reviewer on our virtual platform now. Chris Wando, would you lend your voice to this debate over a Muslim ticket in Nigeria at this time? Lemi here has said that this choice that Tinubu has made shows lack of respect for a plural nation. But if you listen to the Tinubu himself, he's trying to make case, and give reasons why he has made that choice. He says, I picked Shetima because religion, ethnicity can't determine our path. So in his thinking, it's a way of bringing Nigerians away from religious, bigotry, so to speak. Your voice.
Thank you very much once again for having me. First and foremost, let me just lay the voice to some of the things that Lemi said. He said that the PDP started the idea of not adhering to the concept of having their presidential candidate from the South. But yes, to a large extent, I agree with him, but it's not only limited to the PDP, because the APC also threw its own presidential primaries open. That is why people like Senate President Lawan contested. So both parties, the fact that Tinubu emerged does not necessarily mean that APC also zoned its own presidential candidate, presidential primaries to the South. Both the PDP and the APC did that, and that is why Lawan and some other people from the North contested on that. But at the end of it all, the APC made a choice of going for a Southern candidate. So I think that should be put in context. Then on the issue of the Muslim ticket, yes, Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu can say anything, can do anything to justify what he has done. But that just brings me back to what happened in 2015, where it took the president close to about 6 months for him to be able to put together his ministerial list. And at the end of it, what did we see? What we got was nothing to write home about. If you have taken the APC presidential candidate, Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this long to be able to pick a presidential candidate, and it's also from the North, yes, agreeably. But a Muslim ticket, then I don't see anything fantastic about it. But let us put this also in context that this is not the first time that Tinubu wanted to have a Muslim ticket. In 2015, everybody is aware that Tinubu wanted to be the vice presidential candidate of President Muhammadu Buhari during that election, and it took a lot of battle for the president, as popular as he was then. I would say he's popular now, as popular as he was then, to be able to shut that down with people like Bukola Saraki was the Senate president, who said, no, this cannot